And he wasn't ready for that counterpunch. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. He misses with that straight left. Well done with that counter shot. Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot... Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
There's a counter shot. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? Back and forth they go. That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Is he going to punch himself out, though? The jab misses. Beautiful counter punch. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does the... There's the bell for round 4. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Stamina is off the charts. A perfect counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Straight right just misses. The perfect counter lands. Good counter punching. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? shoot. Another scoring shot there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they... And there's the bell for round 5. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside post.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Sonny Edwards rocked with that one. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
They block the jab. Both want a highlight reel knockout. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. That was almost a 10. Let's start the 6th. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Work the body, frustrate.
Whoa, Johnny! Some big trouble here for Showtime. Sonny Edwards goes down. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
The corner needs to...
And down goes Pacquiao. He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
I need to see...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you continue.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That counter shot lands. And he misses with that straight left. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. I don't know who's got the advantage here. And there's the bell for round 7. We had not one, but 2 knockdowns in the previous round as both of these fighters went to the canvas.
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Good counter punch. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Nice counter shot. That hook was off target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round. And we enter the 8th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Nice counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter. Beautiful counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. We didn't know who was going to win, and in the end, no one did win. This fight ends in a draw.
You know what? That's fair. And for the fans, I feel sorry for the fans because they wanted to walk away with some winner, but eventually these guys are going to have to do it all over again.